If you are or have somebody in your life that is obsessed with all things ribbon, these vibes, heart locket, vintage treasures, or if you're just trying to find some really unique, interesting treasures of gifts that people will literally love for the rest of their life and will mean so much more to them than just something that's like trending on TikTok, only video on the internet you will need, because today I'm gonna be giving you 100 gift ideas that are actually unique and actually really cool. Yes, you heard me correctly. Because this Virgo loves to overachieve and also torment future Gigi in the edit room. Edit Gigi, are you doing okay? I'm sorry in advance. I become a little elf this time of year. I love making little lists. The month of November, I was literally working away, scouring the internet for the coolest holiday gifts that you can give anybody in your life. A lot of them are gonna be like this type of vibe for that girl in your life, but I'm also gonna include some just fallback things that, you know, you can get that person in your life that you have no idea what to get them. So a lot of these are secondhand because eBay is my best friend. Last order of business before we jump into this is that everything that I can possibly link will be linked down below, including used items on eBay that I already did the work for you and found. Grab your little tea, hot cocoa, coffee, whatever you want. Travel with me back to 2012, cozy, holiday, Bethany Moda vibe. Let's jump into these gift ideas. For that girl in your life, that person in your life who's obsessed with all things ribbon, literally get them some vintage gorgeous ribbon. There's some beautiful like vintage French ribbon, vintage embroidered ribbon that I personally would literally be ecstatic to receive. You can box it up all pretty for them, find a little vintage box to put it in, and I promise you will love it, especially if there's someone who uses ribbon in their outfits a lot, who uses ribbon in their hair, who uses ribbons in crafts or DIY sewing, whatever. Next up is a vintage sewing box. These are literally so cute. I found this one with these cats on it. You're kidding me. Are we all seeing this? If they sew, this is bonus points. You guys know I sew on this channel, which, a little plug, go watch my last video because I did a massive thrift flip of my dream winter wardrobe in 3 days. I literally made one dress from scratch and I'm really proud of that video. So anyway, if they sew, that's a bonus, but they don't even need to sew because these vintage sewing boxes are literally so cute and just such a clever way to make your storage really cute, okay? You can store makeup in it. Literally, you could put it on your desk and store your pencils in it. These just have so many uses. If they sew, it's literally just a bonus, but I think so many people would love this, and I think it's such a cool gift. Next one up that's pretty similar to that, very similar idea, is vintage hat boxes. These are so cool. Again, I think this is just a really clever way to store things in a really cute way because, I don't know, as an adult, as someone who now lives on my own, one of the challenges that I have found is figuring out how to store things and organize things in a way that isn't just displaying my clutter all the time. If you get somebody a hat box, you can also fill it with a bunch of other little gifts for them, which I think is such a cute idea. In my middle of the night frantic eBay scrolling, I came across what I think is really cool, and it's these vintage lingerie travel bags. Look at these. Just take a peek at these. How gorgeous are they? So pretty, and I promise you, if you have somebody in your life who just loves vintage pretty things, these are stunning. Lockets, specifically heart lockets. I'm such a heart locket girly. I'm a locket girly through and through. My boyfriend got me a locket a couple years ago. I wear it all the time. It is so special to me. I'll link some other ones I found, but also just finding somebody a vintage one again, I think is really special. There's some ones that say mom, which I think are really cute that you could totally get your mom. You can go the extra mile and put a little picture inside of them, and that somebody is going to treasure for the rest of their life. Vintage drop pearl earrings. Guys, I literally love these. This pair is actually the pair I'm wearing right now, but I just detached the pearl, which is really easy to do, and it gives me two little looks. Now it's just a little bow earring, but sometimes if I'm feeling really fancy, I'll also put the pearl in. These on eBay are pretty affordable and they are stunning. Really nice knit holiday sweater. If you know how to knit, knitting somebody a sweater or knitting somebody something, I think is such a special gift. In addition to that, vintage bow sweaters. There's so many sweaters that have just like a bow theme going on that I think are just precious. After that, we have just vintage sweaters in general that can extend throughout the rest of the winter because, I don't know, at least for me in the Northeast, winter is long. Specifically, the Ralph Lauren Teddy sweaters. I want one so bad. These are very expensive. I am not buying myself one of these for probably years, but if you have the means, these are really cute. A digital camera. I feel like all our age has been taking these digital pictures this year. I want to take these crispy pictures that everyone else is taking. Remember how I said nothing was trendy on this? Okay, there's a couple trendy things. I can't help it sometimes. Stanley cup, something I'm asking for. I have this knockoff that honestly I've loved. It's great. You want to help somebody stay hydrated in your life. These really do make all the difference. Like ever since I got a cup with a straw. Makeup bags. So many cute makeup bags on Etsy from small businesses. There's just so many cute ones, and I think who doesn't want a little makeup bag? Okay, one of the most special gifts I ever received was last year. My boyfriend got me this vintage pink velvet jewelry box. She's gorgeous. I love her. She is the light of my life. She means everything to me. Since then, I've scoured the internet and there are so many gorgeous vintage antique velvet lined jewelry boxes out there on eBay, Etsy, and I just think this is like a gorgeous, really sweet gift to give somebody. Brace yourself for this next one because it's really not in theme with anything I've talked about in the rest of this video, but a vacuum. A really nice cordless vacuum. That is something, I don't know, I would love. The worst thing about becoming an adult is realizing how often you have to vacuum to keep life clean. Why do we track around so much dirt? Why does my hair shed so much? It's horrible. It's a horrible realization. And to help soothe that pain, I think getting somebody a really nice vacuum that's cordless and maybe pink is really nice. Especially because what's even worse, the fact that corded vacuums are horrific. There's something so horrible about, like, at the end of the day when you don't want to be doing anything and having to lug out this heavy machine that just keeps getting caught in things and trying to like maneuver it around, but you're sore and you're small and it's just so hard. A cordless vacuum, I think, can't go wrong. Vintage lamps. Make sure they're safety checked, okay? But I'll link a bunch of really cool ones and also just other ones that aren't vintage but are just very cool on like Etsy and stuff. A nice portable speaker. Literally anybody in your life will like this. Cute bedding. Literally you cannot go wrong with some cute bedding. A vintage quilt. Literally gorgeous, stunning, incredible. Going off of that, a vintage quilt jacket or a vintage quilted bag. If you know how to sew, you could buy a vintage quilt at the thrift store or on eBay and then sew it into a vintage bag. You can make oven mitts out of them. Like literally so many things that you could craft with a vintage quilt. Embroidered pillowcases. I recently found these on eBay. Obsessed with them. There's so many that are just so precious. Some with like little bows. If you want a little crafty twist on this, you can even embroider pillowcases yourself for your friends. I feel like that is such a cute thing. Which leads me to my next one, which is a little embroidery kit. Like, do not underestimate the craft store as a place to get people gifts, okay? Some other really nice crafty things for that person in your life who likes doing things with their hands. To get somebody set up with some knitting materials. If they like knitting already, you could just get them some more, like even nicer materials. Like different size needles, bunch of like really nice yarns, or like some crochet needles or something like that if they're into crochet. If you know somebody in your life who's been wanting to start sewing, you could go ahead and get them a sewing machine. If it's somebody that's just starting out sewing, I would highly suggest just getting a very cheap sewing machine to start off with. I would even suggest looking on like Facebook Marketplace first. I think that like things that encourage that person to do that creative thing that they've been like talking to you about for years that they want to start doing. Literally that is just such a sweet gift, and to put together like a whole little bag of some things for that person to be able to start that thing, whether it be like sewing, knitting. If they've been wanting to start like ballet or dance classes or something, you could give them a gift card to like a dance clothing store in your area or something. Something that supports their creative endeavors. And if you have somebody in your life who's already an avid sewer, get them an even nicer sewing machine. But like the one I have down below, I literally love mine. My parents got it for me for my birthday a couple years ago, and it has literally changed the sewing game. So if you have somebody in your life that sews a lot and they're working on like a thrifted machine, upgrading it for them is such a nice idea. Upgrading anything for somebody in your life that has been like putting in work for a certain creative endeavor, even just like they go to the gym a lot, giving them an upgrade of like gym clothing or a cute like gym bag or stuff like that. It's just such a nice supportive idea. Even if you aren't a sewer, I think one thing that would be super cute to get somebody is an embroidery machine. These are really cool. They literally like you plug in what you want to embroider on the thing and it just does it. I eventually want one of these. I think that's so cool. Some vintage art prints, or if you know somebody who just moved into a new place, you could get them some vintage glassware or like some vases or stuff for some flowers for their apartment or something. This one, I feel like if you have friends that you know would be into it, doing like an entire thrift bundle for like each of your friends, I feel like is a really cool gift idea, and it shows that you like thought about them. One of these ballet boxes. Aren't these cool? Literally use it as a purse if they feel like it. They could store things in it. And I just think these are literally so cute. If you have somebody in your life that just loves like vintage clothing and stuff like that, kind of into displaying their vintage clothing or stuff like that, getting them some really nice satin hangers, maybe some pink ones or some that are just like different colors, I feel like is a really cool gift. Vintage teacups and vintage china in general, like really nice like vintage porcelain plates and stuff like that. Mwah. Vintage teacups people can use as little jewelry catches. You can use them for your cotton swabs in the bathroom. Literally so many things you can do. Precious, and they're just literally so cute, and the thrift store near you definitely has some. These cat mugs, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? In general, I feel like cat artwork, vintage cat artwork, vintage cat figurines, I don't know why, but they are so cute. It's vintage painting, by the way. It's literally called The Sad Cat, and I need somebody to get it, please, because she's so sad. I'm linking her down below. She needs a home. An Ekususi bag, okay? When I feel like, I don't know, not wearing my boring backpack to school, I'll bring this. And it has a giant bow on it, and it's so cute. Vintage patterns, like so. I've never been more obsessed with something in my life. This was in my eBay cart for literally over a year until I finally like bit the bullet and bought it for myself, because look how precious. I actually did find some other ones of this exact one on the internet for you, so I will link those down below. If you have somebody in your life who's like into sewing, obviously like getting them some cool vintage patterns is such a really nice gift, but even if you something like this that's this beautiful, like, literally this is a decoration, the prettiest little wall hanging ever, you know what I mean? Bow brooches, and just brooches in general. I don't know why we stopped collectively wearing these as a society, but I'm obsessed, and I will be putting these on like all of my outfits. Actually, you know what? I think I have one. And wouldn't this literally be so cute on what I'm wearing right now? Stop it. I'm sorry, but isn't that so cute? This is my declaration. We are bringing back brooches. I don't know why they're so cute and they don't get enough attention. So many cool, unique ones out there. There's little holiday ones. I feel like this is a really great gift that is sure to make your mom smile. I just think it's really pretty and cute. Vintage heart locket ones that have a bow attached to it, which I think is really cool because you could wear it like in the center of a shirt and it would make it really cool. But also you could even take this to like a jeweler or something and get them to put it on a chain, and then you have like a bow heart locket necklace. What could get better than that? I don't know. Vintage knitting bag. If you have a knitter or a crocheter or literally just any crafter in your life, like one of these is so cute. There are so many cute ones. Expand, which is really cool and are just like such a cute way for your knitting and your projects to become portable, to be able to be taken with you on the go. Air dry clay. Have we all seen these? I want to try this so bad. This is a little reminder to subscribe because I may or may not be doing a little DIY gift guide. Shoe clips. Oh my gosh, if you have like a fashionista in your life, these are like the coolest thing that nobody really makes anymore, but there are a lot of cool ones on eBay that are super affordable. So many different designs of them, and you literally clip them onto your shoe and it transforms a shoe, which is just a cool way to make your closet a little bit more sustainable. Calico critters, okay? I'm freaked out by the whole Sunny Angel thing. I know that a lot of people really like them, so you know what? That's another gift idea for you. But personally, I think they're weird. We need to do that with calico critters. So, cool hair clips. Arkenbow has some gorgeous ones. I literally love Arkenbow. They have also really cute headbands, which is another idea. I'll also just link some other really cool headbands and bow clips, hair clips, stuff like that I found on Etsy. Bow headbands, like the options are endless. Perfume. This one's not unique at all, but I think it's just a go-to. If you don't know what to get somebody, literally just get them some Glossier products. Okay. These knit hair bows. You knit yourself, you could knit them yourself. Also, there's some on Etsy, and I just think these are really cute. This cute bow mug, or just cute mugs in general. Another really budget-friendly idea of this is to go get some like really funny, funky vintage mugs at the thrift store. I'm back. If I look a little different, I went and ate some dinner. A nice, really good quality, chunky blanket. Hill House has a bunch of like winter accessories that they'll monogram with your name, which I feel like, or whatever you want it to say, which I think is so cute. Anything that's monogrammed, I feel like is a really cute idea. Also, you could totally look up on eBay, just like vintage monogram, and then put their initial or put their name and see what comes up. It really shows you care about them and you really put some time and effort into what you were getting them. Tote bags. This Favorite Child Collective has so many that are like book themed. I have like a Little Women one. Hand lotions, I feel like, are so underestimated, especially in the winter time. Literally anybody would be thankful for a really nice hand lotion. Accessories in general, but specifically, I think that going to the thrift store or searching on eBay for some really cool vintage accessories, they're so much cooler. They're so much more affordable. And I just feel like getting somebody like a little bundle of a bunch of really cool, unique accessories that are just gonna like bring their outfits to the next level and keep them warm. Mwah, can't go wrong. Ice skates, something you can do with other people. A very good winter activity, and for me, part of falling in love with winter is finding something that you actually enjoy doing outside. Also roller skates, which is another, I feel like, underestimated activity. I got a really, really beautiful vintage spoon rest for my mom last year, and it was a big hit. That is just like a really pretty thing to display in your kitchen. It also has a purpose, and I feel like there's so many different ones that you could get somebody, so you can really find something that like speaks to you about that person. You know what I mean? Little funny embroidery sayings. I feel like these are so cute, and either you could embroider one yourself, or I feel like there's just a lot of kind of funny ones that you can find. If you have a reader in your life, you could get them a book of the month subscription. Also get a reader in your life, one of these like book labelers that like they print in their book and then it marks it as like, oh, this is the property of, and it's like kind of fancy and just fun, I feel like, if you're into books. If you have recently moved into an apartment, or recently starting your adulting life, or you just have an adult or someone in your life who you think would enjoy, I this year learned that a lot of air fryers are really toxic for you, and it really freaked me out. I went on a whole thing of what to replace my air fryer with, and I got this little toaster oven which air fries, it bakes, and it toasts, which is amazing. It even warms food. Probably the best purchase I've made in my adult life, and I would recommend it to anybody, and it's stainless steel, so it's really pretty. And with my old air fryer, I always just like had a weird taste in the food, and it was freaking me out, and a weird smell. And I later learned that it's the chemicals that your air fryer omits. This thing doesn't do that though. There's no more weird smell, and it honestly air fries and does everything like 10 times better than my air fryer ever did. If you have a coffee lover in your life, getting them, you could splurge on some like really nice beans for them. Beans are expensive, and the good stuff makes a difference. So if you have a coffee lover in your life, I promise they will like that. So get a coffee lover in your life, an upgrade to their coffee system, just asking for a little bit of help with like some sort of class that you have been wanting to do, whether it's a workout class, maybe it's a gym membership, or a dance class once a week, an art class, doing something that maybe is a little bit out of your comfort zone, but is something that like would feed your soul and creatively inspire you. A really nice gift to give somebody, or a nice thing, a nice like kind of non-material thing to put on your own list. These like letter stamp press things, this would inspire me to write love letters to like everybody in my life. Also getting somebody a card set. Papier has these really beautiful card sets that you can get your name like monogrammed on. Also notebooks, planners in general, I feel like that's such a good gift. I feel like as a kid I used to get notebooks and planners all the time, and I almost never used them, but now that I'm grown up, if somebody gives me a notebook or a planner, like it is full within just like a couple months, just me like writing my to-do list, writing random thoughts that pop into my head. Another thing that Papier has, or you could just make yourself, is a recipe book. One thing I have been wanting to do is start one of these, because I never really follow an exact recipe. I'll look up recipes that inspire me and then I'll kind of like switch it up and like make it to taste. And once I like perfect my own recipe or something, I want a spot where I can like write it down. You could also go the extra mile with that and make one of those for another person. These vintage LL Bean fleeces or the vintage Patagonia fleeces. Oh my god, if you have somebody in your life that you don't know what to get them, I feel like everybody would love one of these. Okay, my biggest like fallback like for the dad who says he never wants anything present is a massage chair. Did you know that you can get these on Amazon for not even that much money? They like clip into whatever chair you're using and it's a massage chair. Just like some sort of massage like gun even. Like if you have someone who's like sore a lot or does a lot of physical strenuous things. Pretty little treasure boxes. There are so many different kinds. This little one that I just think is so cute. I have some of my favorite jewelry in here. And also just like these little like pretty trays that you can just kind of like, I don't know, hold stuff. This just has some of my like sewing things on it right now. Recently got this. Are we all seeing this? Look how cute this is. I will definitely link this down below because look how cute it is. I cannot wait to hang this up. I still haven't decided where I want to do it. It's in a couple different sizes and you can like hang little stuff from it, which I just think is so cute. Really nice, really cute slippers. These ones are so cute. I'm actually obsessed with them. Really nice like stainless steel teapot. And with that, tea organizers. There's also so many really cool vintage tea organizers. Oh my gosh, if you really love somebody and they really love vintage, this Lennox Village set, or even just getting someone like one or two of the pieces to start their collection. If you know, you know. If you have somebody in your life who likes to paint, do watercolor, any sort of like drawing sort of craft, getting somebody some really nice sketchbooks or even some nice colored pencils is such a sweet gift. I did not understand the difference that quality bath towels can make in your life until I bought some more quality bath towels this year for myself. Getting somebody a nice pair of bath towels or even having them monogrammed would be so cute. Vintage postcards or just vintage like greeting cards and stuff like that, especially if you know somebody who's into scrapbooking. You can even look up like vintage love letters. There are literal like love letters out there. And to go with that, an actual like really nice scrapbook or photo album that they can fill up. Okay, this one's crazy and it's one of these vintage bar carts that looks like a globe. Are you kidding? Do we see these? Definitely will take some work to find one that's affordable, but sometimes there's people selling them on Facebook Marketplace and stuff that don't know the value. A charm bracelet. These are so cool. I don't know why I forgot about charm bracelets, but I think that that is such a cool gift to give somebody or to ask for yourself. And then there's so many vintage charms out there additionally. I feel like this is also a really good tradition gift. So if you give it to them this year, you can like, then the next year give them a new charm and so forth. I think that vintage charms in general, even if you don't get someone a charm bracelet, are a cool gift to give somebody. Scour the internet for vintage charm. Maybe you buy like a chain separately to put on. Monogram ties, monogrammed everything basically. If you're not catching anything from this video, basically, if it's vintage and you can monogram it, that's an epic gift. Getting somebody a really nice book bag slash like briefcase. Same thing with a wallet. There's so many really cool vintage wallets out there. Vintage belt buckles, oh my god. The internet is stocked full of these really cool belt buckles. And if you get like a really nice vintage belt, a lot of them you can basically remove the buckle and switch them out, which I did not realize. Just a couple more gifts. First is a Jellycat stuffed animal. I feel like you literally cannot go wrong with vintage lipstick holder. This is actually so cool. I didn't know this existed till recently, but look how cool it is. You could store little other things in it too. I got a robe from Hill House last year and it is one of my most worn items of clothing. A really nice cute robe is a game changer. Their favorite childhood book. I feel like this is a really sweet gift. The Vogue edition from the year that they were born. I feel like that's such a cool idea. This book, I'm intrigued. This looks so cool. Little Book of book. They have a bunch for different fashion brands. And lastly, a vintage expansion bracelet. Do I have to say more? Look how beautiful this is. When in doubt, gift cards. An Etsy gift card, a Joanne Fabrics gift card, an eBay gift card if they exist, which I'm pretty sure they do. We're coming to the end of this video and it's time for me to go write my essay that I probably should have been working on this whole time. That's fine. I hope that this video was helpful and it gave you some new ideas that you haven't heard before. Send this to somebody that you want to maybe get some hints. Send this to your friends if they're looking for ideas. As long as finals doesn't kick my butt too much, this is not my last holiday video. So make sure you subscribe because I have some really exciting things planned. I love you all so much and I will see you in my next video. Mwah!